Boba Fett time. It's Boba Fett, and this is his book. Hey everybody, take a look.
Boba Fett. Boba Fett. I couldn't do it. Oh wait, I gotta send a tweet. Hi.
Hey.
Hi. I just discovered I can unmute during the countdown.
Yeah, you could.
Could you hear me?
No, yeah.
I was harmonizing so well.
Oh, because you had it on mute. You
Yeah, do it again.
All right.
No.
All right, let me.
I just finished the finale
2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Do you feel final? Do you feel fulfilled?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I feel like you could be the one that tells us what happened in this episode then. Like a quick thing.
A lot of fighting.
Yes.
A lot of fighting in the streets.
Was it like when you were a little kid and you got all your Star Wars toys out and you got that Rancor and the Rancor? Yeah, it was like totally.
I didn't have a Rancor, but I wish I did now.
I vaguely remember either I had the Rancor or my cousin had the Rancor, but kids used to bring their toys over like in bags, like in backpacks back in the day. Do kids still do that? Is that like still a thing that kids do?
I don't know. I don't have kids.
Like, do kids have toys? I don't either.
Wait, did you bring things in bags or
like toys? Yeah, like do they still like bring toys to their friend's house? Like, or is everything like Tamagotchi, or whatever? like
I think those are like 30 years old.
Keep going.
I see them bring Cheerios in bags places.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Little kids like Cheerios in baggies.
Yeah.
No, I meant like backpacks or like tote bags or stuff.
I haven't seen toys really. Like, Evan, you're the only one that would know. Do kids still play with like toys like that? Do they still play with them, or are they just for collectors now?
No. We got our kids a lot of toys, but like it's less like what I've noticed. There wasn't like the thing where there's a series of toys where you're like, oh, you have those and I have those, and like I'll bring over my G.I. Joes or I'll bring over my
WWF.
Yeah.
Guys.
And like we'll have them clash. Like there was never that I saw, but I'm trying to think. Like, yeah, it's kind of fallen by the wayside.
Did you guys have a Boba Fett Star Wars toy, an action figure?
Mm-hmm.
You did?
Yeah, for sure.
Did you have the one? I guess that one's super rare. I feel like
with the shooting.
The missile launch or whatever. Yeah, the thing. Hey, Ruben, have a great show. Ruben is so awesome. He comes in and says hello on every one of my streams. I appreciate you, Ruben. I don't know if he's still there though. Sometimes when it's not something he cares about, he just does that, and then he's like deuces.
That makes sense. I mean,
all right. I finally quote the quote. Now I can pay attention to you guys. Woo! Noises.
My favorite thing for a while in middle school was I had like this I think it was McDonald's or Burger King when they re-released all the Star Wars. They were doing Star Wars toys, and there was this like Boba Fett little block thing that you can like. It was like a Rubik's Cube of Boba Fett kind of thing that would have different pictures of him, and I freaking loved that thing.
When do you think that was? Middle school for you?
Yeah.
I guess that would make sense because I was in high school. I think when they re-released those.
Blue Buffet.
Blue Buffet. What are you drinking tonight, son of Dan? I mean, Rochitano.
I'm drinking vodka rose water with lime.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
That's all I had.
What about you, Kev Sanson? What's going on over there? Oh, nice. Tea? Is that good? Is that tea brand?
I like it. I buy it.
What is that, Honest Tea?
Yeah.
I stopped buying it when they stopped putting it in glass bottles. Now it's all plastic bottles. When Coca-Cola or whoever bought them, I was like, they put them in plastic bottles, and I was like,
it sounded... sorry, man.
No,
it sounded like you were questioning his answer. You're like, do you like it? And she's like, yeah. And you're like, is that honesty?
That was good. I didn't even do that on purpose. That's great. I've been hanging around you guys so long. I'm just naturally funny now. It's like very cool. So yeah, we're here to talk about Boba Fett, the season finale. Episode 7. Thank you for being in the chat there, Blue. Nice to see you. Dude, Blue, you've been in all my chats. I really appreciate it.
Woo.
Well, lately.
It was great.
And this one was called In the Name of Love. No, I'm just kidding. In the Name of Honor, right? In the Name of Honor.
Yeah, sounds like a Game of Thrones kind of thing.
In the name of honor. Yeah, it does sound like a little bit of a Game of Thrones thing.
But it works for this too. So how do we open? I can't even like. I was drinking during it. I can't even remember the opening.
It opened with. I think it.
Off to a great start.
Yeah. No, was this?
I'll tell you right now. Hold on.
Yeah.
It opens with
I just watched it.
I feel like it opens with R2D2 bringing Grogu back. No, doesn't it?
Is that the opening?
Isn't that the opening? Hold
on.
I
guess it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because we get which is a great scene. We get Amy Sedaris. The more of her, the better. I like that she was like. You could say she like how shady she is, like her little dealings, because she's like, cover that up, cover that, get rid of that. Like, she's great.
Where is season 2? What is this?
But that was, I guess, they really like leaned into like, hey, like they didn't really drag it out. They're just like, here's the answer, here's what he chose.
So go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, full disclosure, I watched the last 2 episodes right before, because when I talked to you yesterday, Sohail, I thought I had watched the second to last episode, and then you had said, you're like, oh, we got 2 Mando heavy episodes, and I'm like, yeah, totally, and then I'm like, I must have missed something, and then I realized I was 2 behind, so they're really running together for me right now.
Oh, okay.
It opened with the burnt cantina where Jennifer Beals was. I had to actually pull it up to be able to know. So,
and isn't this where the mods were like, no, we're gonna station here?
Yeah, exactly. So So Boba's like, we could go back to the palace and we'd be cool there. Look, I can actually do this, so this is good. So Boba's like, we'll go back to the palace, and the mods are like, no, we've got to stay here. It's like a good place to be, and we're not leaving our people. And so then Boba's like, yeah, I'll do the same. That's fine. So yeah, that's how it opens. I don't know why I forgot about that scene.
Which it's definitely the next scene.
Yeah. But that was really great. Like that like leveled up the mods for me. That they didn't want to just go hide in the castle, hide in the palace, and like, but who knew? Like, I don't know. Boba Fett is at his old age, but like, who knew he was such like, I don't know. He's like the fact that he's like, okay, yeah, you're right. Like, I don't want. I'm with the people. Like, he's
a bit of a pushover.
But no, he is.
Go ahead.
Period.
Well, in that scene, Mando comes back, and then he's like, what does he say to him? Oh yeah, he's like, oh, the Freetown people are gonna come, and he's like, are you sure? And then we get Cad Bane with the other guys, the Pikes and the mayor and stuff that. So none of what I remembered. The first thing I remembered was R2D2 dropping off.
That's what. Yeah, it's.
And Kevin just watched it.
Yeah,
he brings.
I thought I was gonna say that it opens with us in the scene with like with Luke, or not with Luke, but like I was actually thinking that.
Because you saw the
end
Luke
of the last episode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, real quick, what did you think of Luke Skywalker? How did you feel about like that?
I was so worried when I saw it. I was just like, oh no, this is gonna be horrible. I was fine.
It looks good, right? Like you could
immediately.
Still tell,
I was like in. I was like, yeah, I'm fine.
I know you watched last week's episode, but more importantly, did you watch our discussion about the last episode?
No, I didn't have time.
Oh,
it was a really. If I would have, then I would have. I would have spoiled an episode. I would have realized earlier that I didn't watch that episode if I would have watched your discussion. I apologize. all of
all
the
right.
truth is coming out right
we
now.
forgive you. We forgive you.
So
I
did
was
you bring
in
that up?
Florida last week. I was visiting my family. I've been not in the. I haven't been doing my duties.
It's not one of your
The whole
duties.
time you're in
It's
Florida, you haven't been doing your duties.
okay.
Yeah, I got to see somebody.
Do you bring that up because of the theory we talked about, or that you brought up for how this episode would go?
Yeah, right. I
Yeah.
thought Luke was gonna drop off Grogu and then get involved. Right. That was like what we talked about.
But
Right.
yeah. So I thought about it, and then I was so on board for that. But then when you think about it, like he's been the Ex Machina so much that maybe like it would have been like,
Yeah.
oh, he saves the day again.
No, I'm
But I was
glad
still,
they
like,
didn't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, like afterwards, I realized like, oh yeah, they need to like, he can't be the Ex Machina every time.
I think Luke's feelings were hurt, and he stayed back because he was mad at Grogu.
I actually don't think Luke's feelings were hurt
I was joking.
at all. someone on Starfleet Boy After Dark, I forget. I think it's Parentheses I. He was like, oh yeah, when Grogu refused the lightsaber, Luke like started getting angry and screaming, and then kicked the lightsaber. Like, I'd love to see that. Like, oh yeah, another one leaving me. Fine, like, get out of here. Get out of here. You know what? You don't look like Yoda at all. Sorry, what were you saying?
No, sorry. I didn't mean to talk over you. I like a more passive aggressive. Like if he's just like, no, fine, go. Yeah, may the force be with you. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
I'm just offering you a path to full enlightenment. I mean, no, but you want the guy in the tin can. Yeah, sure.
Take your little shirt.
What is kind of sad is that even though Grogu didn't accept the offer, it makes me wonder, what if he had, how different would Luke's life have been? Like, I wonder if the whole thing with because they established that Grogu is like remembering training more than he's being trained, because he was probably like, he was probably like 20 years old by the time the events happened where the Jedi Temple was, sacked in Revenge of the Sith. So he was probably like 20 already at that point, which, I mean, they develop differently. It looks like they're still infants for like 50 years or whatever. But he had some kind of like significant training during that time, and he might be and he already knew things. Like, remember in season 1, he like was able to lift the rhinoceros looking, what do they call it again? I forget what it was, but so he already knew all.
Sigil.
Yeah, the sigil, exactly. So I wonder how things would have been different, like by the time, because what's it called? The first one in the new trilogy,
Force Awakens.
Thank you. The Force Awakens is 30 years after Return of the Jedi, and so that would put Grogu in his like 80s, right? Like,
yeah.
So, okay, so 30 years. I was thinking to myself that Grogu like dodged, being killed.
But
he probably wouldn't have been he would have at least been like a teacher by then or something, like
he could have, he could, he could have even offered guidance and, sort of grew up, because he would have been more of a teenager by then, right? And like sort of,
I imagine he would have been a teenager
Kylo
by
Ren. So you think like maybe like could offer
if
more
you
guidance.
butterfly effect it, like everything could have been different if Grogu would have stayed.
Maybe he would have been best pals with Kylo, and like when Luke freaked out, like maybe he would have talked Luke down from it or something. Are you hearing us on your computer rather than your headphones?
No, my neighbors.
Oh, gotcha. We don't hear your neighbors.
Okay,
it's all right. Oh,
we hear your
now
neighbors.
Now we do hear your neighbors.
Sorry.
Now we do hear your neighbors. That's funny. That's Boba Fett. But yeah, who knows? It made me sad for Luke to think that, but also it made sense that Grogu would choose Mando. I mean, like they had they have such a strong bond, and so we even speculated about that a little bit. I think, but yeah,
Yeah.
I was actually pleased that my prediction. I think my prediction was a little weak. I don't think it would have been good if Luke. I agree that it was good that the show didn't use him. I also heard a wild rumor that Han Solo and Chewbacca were going to be in the finale, and they certainly weren't either. And I'm glad that didn't happen. I'm actually quite glad that it was just the core group, basically, and no special guest stars or anything like that. So
It was already a lot of characters. So.
Yeah, it's a lot of characters, and like a lot of times, like when you do these big like finales or whatever, it can be like overwhelming or a little disjointed or whatever. And they were only like I feel like for the most part it was pretty smooth for me. What did you guys think?
Like you like whether
like everything that was
clunky,
happening, like just the culmination of everything.
It didn't feel like they were forcing anybody in so they get a little screen time. Like everything felt right.
Right.
No, yeah. I think and especially with so much happening, like it could have been really choppy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
but it wasn't.
Yeah.
And I feel like I remember at one point they did a sort of circle like wipe screen change.
Right.
And it threw me, and then I was like, "Oh, didn't they do that in A New Hope? There was that like little circle wipe."
Yeah, I mean,
and, was that like a throwback to that?
Yeah, and all the I feel like
they've used that a lot.
Yeah, Mando's been doing it. Like a bunch of shows do it.
I don't know how
a bunch of the Star Wars stuff does it. Yeah, but Boba Fett's been doing it a lot.
Is that all coming through my mic? I got it.
No, I didn't hear. We don't hear.
Yeah, we don't hear anything.
It's really loud. Okay.
Oh, hey Braxton. Hey guys. Evening greetings. The season finale was good, but not as awesome as episodes 5 and 6.
Agreed.
I love episode 5. Definitely this season's best. That was the one where Mando, goes around that like ring place and
that episode. Was
that episode was pretty phenomenal. Yeah.
Fights the big dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I actually have the only critique I have, it's a persistent critique, even though I've been thinking about it, is that I kind of wish this was an 8-episode season because
7's weird.
Seven's weird only because of the 2 non-Boba centric episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So that means we had 5 episodes of Boba Fett and 2 episodes of The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So it just felt like if we had one more episode, it would have given us, I feel like one more episode before the finale, like with maybe, Boba Fett showing whatever, just like a pre thing, but like focus more on Boba getting his forces ready, getting the plan ready, things like that. Like that would have been a little bit more satisfying to me. But at the same time, I can't complain because overall the show's been like a gift. Like I really enjoy it. Like it's just been so much fun, so like it's like a minor, it's like a a what if wish, but not like a really serious one.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I wonder why they chose 7 though.
Yeah, it would be interesting to find out because like I feel
6 or 8 seems more like 7 is such a weird number.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna Google has there ever been a 7 episode run of anything.
British shows like
probably
BBC shows. I think Spaced was 7 episode seasons. I think there was only 14 episodes altogether.
I thought Space was. Oh, you might be right. I thought Space was 6.
Oh, maybe it was 6. What do I know?
There's a little
no,
guy.
but you couldn't tell it right. Shows.
I like Amy Sedaris' character says Grogu. What kind of name is Grogu? She's really funny in that scene. But yeah, then we get that little plot point where, R2's like, I got to get this little guy back to his, to Mando. And he's not here. He's in Mos Espa. And so R2's like freaking out and she's like, just hold your horses or whatever.
Baby's got to eat.
Yeah, baby's got to eat. And she feeds him the worms. Like that was like a really cute scene. What did you guys think of like basically the mods? How did you feel about I don't know, I'm still thinking about how I feel about the mods, but how did you feel about the mods?
I liked them more in their introduction than I do now. I don't find them that effective.
I think that's why I guess that's what I would have wanted one more episode for, right? Like, is maybe we get more of this kind of stuff, like
when they fought,
even if it was like a 30-minute, they've done like shorter episodes, like 30-minute episodes. I would even been happy if like with one more like 20-minute episode maybe or something like that.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Evan?
Oh no, I was just saying. Even but I felt like they were great. Or was that when they were first? No, that was the episode after they were first introduced. But when they fought, all I could say is Kev Sintan. But
The
when they
Chrysanthemum.
captured him,
Or he calls him Santo, right?
Santo, I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that too.
But they were pretty cool in that, like how they had like chains and like did like each had their
that's
own
what I
little
mean.
thing.
I liked them earlier. I don't
Yeah.
in this finale. I was just like I don't know. Like I don't feel like anything would have changed if they weren't there.
They're not
Yeah.
critically well received.
No, they're not.
Yeah, a lot of
do
people
not
are
like them.
upset about him. In fact, one of my friends
Katie doesn't like them.
really, she doesn't like the. What was it? Is it the bikes themselves, or just like the
I
mods
think
in
so.
general?
She doesn't
They're
think
just, like,
yeah.
they fit like the decor, the
They're just a
Tatooine.
little out of place.
I think they're a little more anime than Star Wars.
Well, I think our friend Fathery said like they would fit in perfect on Coruscant, like in the prequel trilogy, like parked outside of Dexter's diner, the guy who's like Camino.
Yeah. No, that's a great place for him.
Braxton was saying Amy Sedaris and Mando fixing the ship was awesome. Yeah, that was a great scene in two
Yeah.
episodes. In those two episodes, the mods feel like a toy or spin-off experiment. If they got a positive response, they'd do more with them. Yeah, I don't think we'll see. I don't know if we'll see the mods like this. Maybe they'll do a redo. And hey, Joel, nice to see you. Says I can't believe how much Quadrophenia stuff they put in. The scooters with the mirrors. Yeah, it's true. It was like a nice homage. In that sense, it was definitely an homage to Quadrophenia.
Yeah, calling them mods was a little.
We
on
are the
nose.
mods. We are the mods.
Now that what's his
were you
name?
gonna say?
The sheriff. He's gonna be a mod.
Oh yeah, Cobb
So
Vanth.
like,
Yeah.
maybe there'll be something and with him joining in their like world that might open up a lot. For them.
He'll
He might
grow
be like,
him
"Hey,
up.
guys,
He'll
tone
straighten
it
him
down."
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, straighten him out. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah, so they that's true. Good point. Freetown. I keep wanting to say Mos Pelgo, but yeah, maybe Freetown will get a little bigger, right? Like more people want to do the Freetown thing, so that's pretty cool. Hey, Stress 3K, nice to see you. I think the Power Ranger kids are rich kids from another planet sent to Tatooine as punishment. That's a good call out. It's
Like the movie Klaus.
it's very possible. What'd you guys think of this guy's wrap up? And is he dead? Cad Bane.
I mean,
I
go
don't
ahead.
know if he's dead. I love
hasn't
him.
he Hasn't he?
Oh, I'm sure he's.
Death?
I mean, no one really dies, right? Like, so, but he had that little beeping. Father pointed out last night that he had the little beeping thing when they show him lying on the ground. Like, there's something beeping. So maybe he has like a life support system or something like that.
Maybe he moved his heart into where his kidney is.
Were you guys? Did you guys like the way it turned out? Like between him and Boba and the fight?
Yeah.
That went down and everything.
Yeah, it was neat that he got to use his Tusken skills.
Yeah, that
was very redeeming.
That was his that was his advantage. Like, here's this guy. That was his surprise that this guy didn't expect at all. He's like, that's just a stick. Not expecting to be like totally annihilated by it.
His voice, his like accent voice. What do you guys get? Like at first I was like, it's cool, and then I was like, it's goofy. Then I was like, I like it, but it's a little bit heavy. I don't know. It was
Is it like a
mixture
little
of like
too
a Western and Bogart.
I feel like it's
Humphrey
New
Bogart,
Jersey Palooka prize fighter.
Wow.
Like very
That's
specific.
Very specific. I like that. I think he's cool. I think he's great. I think he looks like the not reimagining, but the adaptation of him into live form is super cool. I mean, that's mostly practical, right?
Yeah, so I think it's practical with CGI augmentation
His hat
of
is
some
full
kind.
on CG.
His hat?
Go
I
back
was
to
joking.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I was like, what is he seeing? I don't know what he gives me this like. You ever read the comic? I know Evan has, but East of West.
No, I haven't heard of
It
it.
gives me like the whole thing with him just gives me a feeling from that comic, and it's
just
like it's really cool.
I'll have to check it out. Yeah.
for reference.
I mean, to me, he looks the silhouette. Oh, cool. Hold on, let me put you up here on the full screen there. That's a great. Oh, I like the in between. Oh, I see him right there. I like the in between the leg shot. Go back to that. That was cool. No,
Wait.
the in between the leg shot. You had it open before on that page, and then it. Oh well, no well. Don't
Oh,
worry.
okay,
Don't
yeah.
worry about it. Oh, there it is. That's such a
Yeah.
great shot. I love that.
Yeah.
Or rather, illustration or panel, I should say.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, he's totally East or West. That's a good call. I didn't even
Yeah.
think of that.
I like the Major Domo character in this episode had like this alternate. He's so condescending. He's like.
Oh yeah.
I was
that makes
trained.
me better than you.
Yeah, like, he's,
That was
he's so condescending. It's like, it's so funny. But I love that he was so like happy and excited that they actually like were like willing to do his plan, that he didn't even bother to like read what Boba Fett he just like wrote on the
Mhm,
thing,
yeah.
and he just like went out there, and then he's like, oh yeah, I can't read this, and then the guy's like, read it.
What did he say? Like, how about you go first or whatever?
Yeah, exactly. It was really funny.
What
that was
actor
it.
is that?
Oh,
He-
his
he-
name.
did-
Here, I'll pull
We
him up.
looked him up.
Yeah,
on one
I
of
think we looked him up.
Yeah.
He's a sketch comedy actor. He's really good. Let me see here. IMDb.
Oh, that's right, because we were saying Bruce Campbell would be another great.
Yeah,
like, him in that role.
he would have been great. I like when Pelly, Amy Sedaris' character, runs into him, and she's like, "I like your head tail."
popcorn.
Yeah, it's like really, really
Get your
funny.
handsome face over here, or whatever she said.
Yeah, get your handsome face over here. His name, come on, the new IMDb is so annoying. Like, it's all pretty now. It's not like it used to be where it was just text before. So let's see here. He is he's not Makshai's. Yeah, his major domo, David Pasquizzi. I hope I'm saying your name right, Mr. Pasquizzi. But yeah, he's really, really funny, and all that stuff was was just a riot. And then I love that was like just a diversion, and then Mando and Boba come out on their jetpacks, and just like
Did you get?
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
No,
go
I
ahead.
didn't mean to. I was just saying, did you get like a Butch Cassidy Sundance Kid
Oh,
vibe from
so
like,
much. Right,
Yeah.
right before he stepped in,
That's
Yeah.
funny.
like they were about to do a Butch Cassidy ending.
That's totally what they were about to. That's funny that you say that, because I don't know if we'll have time to talk about it, but like that was really funny in Peacemaker this week, when Vigilante's like comparing him and Peacemaker to Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
They could have jumped over the bullets.
The
But
screen
hopefully,
freezes at the end. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's super funny.
By far the best character in that show.
Who Vigilante?
Vigilante.
Yeah, I'm in love with. I'm like in love with Vigilante. I want to like help him and save him. It's like what isn't that what every like bad relationship starts out as, right? Like it's like what did you guys? Okay, so then they're like shooting out those guys, and they're doing well, and the crescent. For a while it's like actually like the other factions didn't keep their promise, and they turned on.
Yeah, those
It was
jerks.
very nerve wracking.
Yeah, super. What's that?
Like them.
It was a very nerve wracking, like couple minutes of that episode. Like everywhere they just went from like spot to spot of them turning on them, and I was just like, no, I didn't expect it, honestly.
Yeah, it was kind of like it was hardcore because we only lost. It's funny, you think there's more death count, but it seems like we only lost the two Gamoran, those poor Gamoran guards.
Oh,
I know.
I was like, yeah,
That sucked.
And we're sure they're dead. Yeah,
I mean,
wish
that was
I-
like
I-
that's like a long fall. I don't know.
Yeah.
And they
I
weren't
wish
in
the
that
back
back
to tank when he's like, yeah, they're just crammed in there in a big green Jello mold.
The one on top of the other, just like yeah, like all you see is like squishy green
They're just like,
shapes.
it's a living. Yeah, that was a bummer. That was a bummer, but
Yeah, I thought of Babe. That'll do
pig?
pig. Yeah, that'll do pig. That'll do. You guys did a good job.
Yeah.
Like, you were loyal. You were loyal to
Yeah.
whoever was your Daimo. I can't even say it right. Anyway, Daimo. What is it? Di-
I
How do you
don't
say
know what
the
you're
like
trying
what
to
he is?
say.
The crime boss thing. This the
Oh,
Daimyo. That's what it is. But
yeah.
I saw a friend today. I went to the camera store, and he was saying that for him, one of the things he would have liked is like, and maybe they'll do this in season 2. So feel free to steal this idea, Disney, because I kind of like it. It would have been neat if the mods for the finale had modded their bikes, like so that they had like cannons and more weaponry on it and stuff like that, and maybe like that would have changed the shiny, sleeky, like out of placeness of them, and that would have been their look.
Something
Like
other than those tiny little guns they had.
yeah.
Yeah.
Although they make fun of that and make light of
Yeah.
that. Were you guys expecting, since you saw Cobb Vanth get knocked out and everything like that, were you guys expecting the free town folk to show up like they did?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I was like totally expecting that.
I was waiting for that to happen. What did surprise me is the Rancor scene that I want to talk about. Like, did you think it was too much? Like the Rancor did too much?
Oh,
I think Grogu should have done more, and I think maybe took one of them out and then.
Well, Grogu did take the one out.
No, he took like a piece of
sort
him.
of
Yeah, he
bent his
took a
arm.
Yeah, but that like was enough to knock it
But
over.
he should have been able.
And then the Rancor came out and finished it. You're right, though.
Yeah,
It's true.
yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about leading up to that scene. These guys are like the insane on on steroids version of the droid Deca or Decas or however you say it. Those destroyer droids from the prequels.
The little rolly guys.
Yeah, those rolly guys. I wonder if they could roll because they have like some kind of rolly look to the top there. Oh, I guess it's just like connecting to the power source or whatever. But they're badass.
The other ones were curvy. They did definitely roll. These ones don't look as rolly.
These can roll. They just walk around. But I still I love these. I can't wait till the toy for this comes out because I feel like it's a pretty badass, like destroyer droid. It's pretty cool. What do you guys think?
I think they're neat. Yeah, I immediately thought of
the Ed.
Ed 209.
Yeah, Ed 209.
Oh yeah, totally. Joel says modded bikes would fit in with the whole Lone Wolf and Cub vibe. Oh, cool.
I don't know anything about Lone Wolf and Cub. I just know that I want to watch them because they're all on HBO.
Oh, they are? Oh,
Yeah,
then I'll start watching them. I didn't know where you could find them, so that's cool.
Yeah, they're
that's
in like the Criterion. Like,
wait, HBO has Criterion?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's where all like Rashomon and stuff is on.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know my app as well as I should.
Go into Action Movies and just scroll through.
Okay.
I think they bought it from Hulu.
Oh, so I should check. So wait, are the Lone Wolf and Cub movies Criterion editions?
I don't know. It seems like it's with all of those, like because it's always suggested when I watched Rashomon and any of
right, because we have the Criterion streaming service as well, so I'll look on there. I didn't even think.
I'm not sure they're Criterion. It's just always recommended anytime I watch something from that.
Oh, cool.
That's
Yeah, Joel's right. The choice between the armor and the saber was a direct Lone Wolf and Cub reference. Except I think from the clip that I saw of the movie in Lone Wolf and Cub, it's the katana or like one of those blades versus a ball, like a
Yeah, we talked about
a
that
toy.
last time, right?
Yeah, we totally talked about it last time. Yeah, so very cool. So yeah, so you were saying the Rancor might have been too much. You're saying?
I thought so. I was like, oh, they're still going with this, huh? It just
It would
seemed
be
like
weird for them to introduce it and then not like.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I feel like
If you got a Rancor, you're gonna use it, right?
I will say this.
yeah, but I mean, there was no build up for me to like make the Rancor the savior of everything. Like I don't know.
I will say that when they first brought the Rancor and he's like, I wish to ride it. I was wondering how it would play. I knew like back then that it would play into the finale somehow, because I was like, that to me like was a big hint that like the Rancor would somehow be involved. However, I had forgotten completely about the Rancor, so it surprised me, and so it was kind of delightful when the Rancor did appear because I wasn't expecting it. And I think it tapped into like, for me, it tapped into like a very young thing. But I do agree that like he was a little too tough. I mean, he took a direct. The one thing I thought about him was he took a direct shot right, and Chrysanthemum for that matter too. Like how many shots did Chrysanthemum take? Like Chrysanthemum was falling apart. Like I feel like these guys are tough dudes. Like what are they? What kind of training or whatever? Like
the Rancor did have chest armor when he got hit.
Oh yeah,
and
he
it
did.
fell off. Yeah, he had,
this is what you get for only watching it a couple times. Wow, Evan, for a drunk person, you were like paying attention. That's really good.
For a stinking drunk.
For a stinking drunk, man. Like I gotta watch these things more.
For a mess, you can make sense every once in a while.
Yeah, like what is that? That's crazy. That's a skill, man. But anyways, but yeah, so I thought, okay, so that makes more sense if the armor got hit and then that fell off. Okay, I take back my initial
critique. But he did take a
critique.
lot of it in the chest. I think it was more of a side thing. Like it was like a saddle that had. No, it wasn't a saddle because he wasn't wearing. But he had something on him. I don't know. Can we get a picture?
Yeah, we can get a picture. You want a picture of the Rancor? I got
It'll last longer.
The last what?
Nothing.
Pee Wee Herman reference. Take a picture of the last one.
Here we go. Let's see. There's the Rancor arriving.
I don't know. I thought it was neat. Like, but to what you were saying though, those 2 episodes that we missed that were Mando centric, one of them could have been him training his Rancor.
Yeah, we needed like I don't know. There's a missing 8th episode that because I don't think that thing. I don't think there was any. I don't think the Rancor was deserving. Like this storyline with the Rancor was deserving of such a big part in the finale.
I liked it. I liked it because I forgot about it and it was delightful. So to me, it worked. But I know what you're saying. Like that's the whole vibe.
Not that
like,
I didn't enjoy it. It's just
yeah. But it worked for me because I was like that was like an unexpected but should have expected, also did expect but forgot, like, type of thing. So it was like a good moment there. But just seeing Boba Fett riding the Rancor is pretty awesome. By the way, and this is like a kiddo Rancor. Like so Rancors are way bigger. Can you imagine like a full size Rancor would have like what it would have done, the kind of damage it would have done?
Does that check out? Because it was like as tall as a building. I know.
I feel like it was smaller in the other episode.
Yeah.
No, it's here you could tell it's kind of small. Like if you look at Boba Fett on top of it, he
was like laying down in the other.
Yeah,
episode.
and remember like when the Rancor, the full size Rancor that picks up Luke, Luke. Oh man, you guys are so demanding. Like shit, I gotta go find Luke and the Rancor's hand. Anyways, like
wait.
The Rancor's mouth in Return of the Jedi could basically fit Luke entirely, and this one he's got to bite them. So like he's got a way, you know what I mean? He's got a ways to go before he's full size Rancor.
I do love the scene of him biting Mando's head.
Yeah, that's cool. That he was trying to like eat him and he couldn't.
It's weird that they were shooting at it. Like I don't know, right? Like,
and it was cool to see Boba riding the Rancor, but I wish Machete, Machete did come along. It would have been so cool if he was there too, like in the fight. Like that guy knows how to wield a gun. Like that was a little bit surprising to me too. Is like why wasn't he there?
Where was he?
Why weren't the Jabba Palace droids all there as well? Like I feel like it should have been a lot more.
Again, you're adding a lot. You're adding more characters to a lot of characters.
Yeah, it's true.
That
I guess
might
you're
be the reason
yeah,
for all that.
yeah, it's true. Maybe I'm being
Um,
unreasonable, but
Yeah,
and maybe he thought it
Trailer
was going to
should
be
have
an
been in there, though.
maybe he thought it was going to be an easier fight than it ended up being. So like he underestimated himself because it is interesting like how much time it takes though to go back to the palace and come back. Like it didn't seem like a lot of time passed, and like
Well, he's
so
got
that
a jetpack.
yeah, but the Rancor to get there, yeah, but the
Oh,
Rancor
yeah.
must have hauled ass. Like it must have been like I would have liked to have seen it trotting, like or
Yeah.
galloping, I should say, across the sands of Tatooine. That might have been
I
really
guess
cool.
he did underestimate because he was expecting only the Pikes, right? He didn't think that all
Yeah, but
the
even
other...
the Pikes, I feel like were a formidable team. But yeah, you're right. He was only expecting the Pipes. Man, the Pikes. Man, Boba's getting too. He is getting soft in his old age. He's not like thinking. He's not as shrewd and sort of ruthless as he was once. When he was a master bounty hunter
Yeah.
and possibly Jedi killer. So yeah, yes, Joel says the Rat Catcher Droid was there. I think at the end. What? I
little
missed that.
Scottish way droid.
Oh yeah,
No,
I saw that. Yeah, he was.
he was.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. The little pointy guy, right? He
the little
was there
rabbit
standing-
ears, the rabbit
Yeah.
ears guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
Mhm.
Where was he?
It was a scene. I remember there was a corner. I can picture it. There was like they were at the corner of a building, and then he was. Was it with Amy Sedaris and wait, his Rat Catcher was there. I think it was Amy Sedaris' character and yeah, I think. But yeah, he was there for sure.
Dang, I gotta really go back and watch this like with a fine tooth comb now because I totally missed that. I love the Rat Catcher. Are you sure you weren't mistaking Grogu for the Rat Catcher Droid, Joel?
That's a big question.
This shot is just for no good reason other than Grogu's so damn cute. And so I like to see him.
What do you think about him walking? Katie was when she was watching it. She was like, they shouldn't have him walk so much because it's a little like
Little puppety.
Yeah,
That's what I like about it.
I liked when I mean you guys discussed this I'm sure last week, but when Luke is like carrying him.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
That was so great.
I do like the animatronic or puppet look to it because they don't have to. They have like they can do the CG a different way, but I like that they like do that because it's kind of in continuity with Yoda and like
It's a fun choice. I
like it.
I'm
yeah.
a fan of anything they do practical. I'm a fan
Yeah.
of, and they're good about that.
Yeah, totally. Me too. What do you guys think, audience? Let us know. Do you like the way Grogu walks? And I just love that he's like a puppet, but I forget. You know what I mean? That was the thing about Yoda is that like it's obvious that he's a puppet, but you forget. You completely forget that there's a puppet there.
It doesn't seem like he has knees.
Maybe he's like Yoda. Like it's when they're fighting, they're like super limber and like like crazy. But then when he's not fighting, he's like he has a cane, he has like a little limp, and he's like whatever. But yeah, they might not have knees till they get older. Who knows? I don't have a baby Grogu doll like everyone else. Like Kevin, don't you have one?
No.
Oh, I thought you did. Oh, who has one? Someone has one. Anyways, I don't have one, but
I want one.
I'm gonna have to get one now and check if it has knees because now I have to know. I think there are knees. I have a Yoda somewhere. I'll have to go.
Oh, you're really playing with fire right here.
Oh, jeez. Oh, sorry. Yikes. Thanks. Was that less than... Oh, good. We didn't... Hopefully... Thank you. Was the audio on, too?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But it's cool. Disney's usually cool about that.
No, they're not. They're coming. They're going to knock down my door. Well, I didn't lose the stream. I think that the audience didn't say the stream... Because usually YouTube will cut the whole stream out or whatever. We'll see. Afterwards, I'll get a little notice. They send an email. They let you know. It's very...
I think that was fine.
It's very scary. Like when you get those. Hey, if it works, I'll do like 2-second mistakes in the future as well. Like at other
2
points.
seconds mistake is what I call my farts. Sorry, I'm sorry.
That was good. Are you kidding?
I'm devolving this. I'm bringing this to a lower level than you've ever wanted it to be.
This is on Starfleet Boy After Dark. You're in a safe space. It's totally fine. Grogu has super short legs, like 4 inches. Yeah, it's true. He's a little guy. He's like a tiny little guy. I'm all frazzled from that that little gaff of playing like 2 seconds.
Don't worry
of
about
it.
it, Sonia.
No, I know. I'll be fine. It's true. What did you guys think of? Hold on, where is it? I love this scene. Okay, what did you guys think of the scene where they're holed up behind the wall, the mods and the Freetown folk, and they're having all that banter between each other, and like while they're trying to like
Where they switch the guns.
Yeah, and then everything, and like I feel like they were making it was. I like this scene a lot because the mods were kind of like city. Well, they're city. I mean, Mos Espa's a Tatooine city, right? And they're like city folk, and these guys are like, from out of town in the suburbs or even further. Like,
they're what do you call that? Rural.
I guess they would be like rural
like
folk,
suburban or urban.
But they're forced to be together here, and you can still see some of their biases. It was interesting that they brought this in because you forget that there's like, there's a lot of these kinds of biases that like build up. Sometimes they're in the interest of building community. So like if you have a small town and you see that big shining city and you're like, we don't need that. Cities are dumb. Like small town life is the way. And so you start off by doing that kind of thing, but then it ends up being a bias. Like it ends up creating these like divides and stuff like that. And you don't realize it. Oh, Evan, you need to go for a sec?
Just 1 second.
Okay, sure. And the same thing happens with the city where they're like, there's nothing in small towns. They shut down at 10 p.m. Like small town life is boring. Like who wants to live in a small town? Like small-mindedness, small town. Like you hear a lot of that kind of stuff, and it turns into that. And so this was kind of cool because I think like Star Wars doesn't really. It's not on the ground level in the theatrical pictures. It's like such a bigger picture. It's like it's always this like larger. Battle between good and evil, the Empire versus the rebels, and that's one of the things I love about Mandalorian is that we start to get these little stories within that like gigantic landscape, and this is one of the ones I think is fun.
Yeah, that is a neat. Like I didn't think of it like that in the moment, but I like that you put it out. Ollie wants to say, "What's up?"
Hey, Ollie, what's up?
Hey, Ollie.
Nice to see you.
Can you hear them? Do you want to hear them?
Hey, Ollie.
Hey, Ollie, how's it going? Nice to see you. That's super cute. Do the kiddos watch Book of Boba Fett?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. Good. What do they think? What does your family think of it overall?
They like it. They're more of a Mando. They haven't been as religious about Katie. The kids haven't been as religious about Book of Boba Fett. Max was a huge Mando fan. And hasn't really watched. He didn't get past episode 2, unfortunately, of Boba Fett.
Now, I would love to. If he never watches Book of Boba Fett, I feel like I would be curious to hear if there's any. We'll see what happens, but I wondered about this yesterday on Starfleet Boy After Dark on our stream, which is what if you don't want to watch Book of Boba Fett? Like you're gonna miss a lot. Like. When Mando season 3 comes out, Mando and Grogu will be back together, and you won't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I think I think there's a lot of people that aren't watching it. That were into Mando, and they just they're like,
and they won't
no Mando, no no watchy.
They're just gonna do a little like what do you call it, like a cutscenes of like on the last episode of.
Oh yeah, you're right. They'll do a gigantic last season on. It'll probably be like last season on Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's a good idea. Look at you.
What if it's completely expositional? Like, what if they're like, "Hey, man, what have you been up to?" And he's like, "Well," and it's like 20 minutes of him being like, and then the Rancor was like, "Rah!" And then I was like, "Whoa!" And then it was like, "Grr," on my head, and I was like, "I got a helmet."
Not gonna lie, I would love that. like that would actually please me very much if there was something more Mando. But you know what I mean, like that would be hella funny and great, and I think that would be really, really funny. This is the
recap.
instead of this is the way, this is the recap. I like
funny.
that.
I don't know if this is just me. It's so stupid, but for some reason, hearing Mando say, "You got the shirt," was very goofy to me. Like, not the armor, not he was just like, "You got the shirt."
Yeah, I guess shirt's a
Hearing
word
him
in
say
Star Wars.
shirt, it was really weird to me.
It's funny because the shirt that Grogu wears, it reminds me so much of the Mithril, and they call it a shirt in Lord of the Rings, the one that Frodo gets from Bilbo, right? And he calls it a Mithril, a shirt made of Mithril, I think, and not
Shirt
armor.
seems more modern than,
it's like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
The word shirt seemed weird to me coming out of his mouth.
I guess it's a weird word. I don't think it's modern. I think shirt's been around for a while
sure it's
now. I think shirts. I think so. I'm not sure now. Now I'm curious. Now I have to go look it up. But here's that scene we were talking about earlier. The scared Major Domo over there in the corner.
Oh, nice.
I'm glad he survived actually, because he's like one of those characters that like he's just like the jester, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's so spineless and useless, but he's like so funny. It's like
I'm definitely warming up to him. Like,
Yeah.
I'm starting to like him.
It'd be neat to see him rehabilitate under the new regime and like not be such a squirmy. He reminds me of, speaking of Lord of the Rings, he reminds me of Grima Wormtongue. So that's kind of like he's that vibe.
Oh,
like-
yeah.
I'm
Okay.
getting sort of a, like, as time goes on, like a Garrick thing from him, like where he'll
Oh,
become more and more useful, you know?
Yeah, I like that actually a lot, and they have a lot in common. The whole like snooty kind of vibe, you know, and stuff like that. You know, Garrick seems very like, you know,
In a connection to both
Condescend-
sides, you know?
Yeah.
Like, can we fully trust him? You know?
yeah, I
Mhm.
like that. I do like that a lot. I just want to pull up another shot just because it's really pretty. I mean, like, look at this guy.
Ooh, that is cool. That's like, I could see that drawn like in a comic. Like that's a 2-page like.
Spread.
Flash page.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, super rad.
By the way, the English word shirt comes from Old English word syrt. I don't know how to say it. There's really similar.
How is it spelled? How's that word spelled?
SCYRTE.
Shirt.
Shirt.
No, it's shirt.
SCY
RTE. Shirt.
Skirt day.
Shirt.
Skirt.
Oh, it might be
Skirt.
skirt
Skirt.
or skirt. No, I don't think that's how Old English. It was more like Kanifa. Like knife was Kanifa, wife was Weefa, but it was spelled the same. Like knife was.
So
yeah,
we're
I think
saying it's very like
Skirt
SC
day.
was a
Skirt day.
it could have been SC.
Shirt?
Could have been.
I think it's
shirt.
shirt.
Shirt, or sheert.
blouse.
Shirt. I like shirt. I can't believe we're like spending a minute on this, but I love it. I see you got your skirt. I like that his we're all over the place today.
Yeah.
But since we're talking about like the I like your shirt scene, I like that his voice changes for Grogu too. You guys notice like he has a softer, like he talks like softer and like kinder, like it's very sweet.
He's again. That's the last episode. Sorry, I wasn't there for it.
No,
But-
you can
But
Etymology, you have to-
when he goes and he's looking at Grogu with Luke, and he's like, I just want to see him. Like, I got so sad.
Yeah.
it's true.
I don't know why. I knew exactly how he felt I don't,
Yeah,
you know, like I just
every
oh.
divorced dad that's like,
Yeah.
like at that moment, like collectively, we're just like, just let him fucking see it again. Come on.
He's got a scared for him.
That's pretty hilarious. I really speaking of the Mando's tenderness, I really liked that he still had the little ball and he gave it to Grogu. But I was hoping Grogu was gonna use it to like throw it at the droids and like make it pierce them and go through the eyeball or something like that. It would have been cool.
That'd be cool.
Like
But-
Janine Garofalo and Mystery Team.
Oh yeah, that's right. Bowling ball girl. I love her. What else? What do we miss something from the episode? I'm trying to think. Oh, the ending. So 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 they chase the Pikes out, and Fennec, badass Shan, who's been a badass the whole season, she's an awesome character, goes in and assassinates all the
That was an awesome
Hangs
scene.
the mayor.
here, hang the mayor, hang the mayor, hang the mayor. Yeah, she hangs the mayor. It was awesome. That was good.
Yeah,
It
that
was
scene.
satisfying.
Yeah, because she like disappears through all that.
Yeah, I
like,
forgot about
conveniently, you know, like because I think.
Well, no. Remember in the when they first are under attack.
Yeah,
He says where are the mayor, and he asks the guy, the major domo, where are the mayor
yeah. Okay.
and everyone hiding, and he says in Mos Eisley or whatever, and then he's like, that'll end it. Like if you can go and like
She had to shake it out of him too.
Yeah.
He was like, no, I don't know. And
Yeah,
then she
yeah.
was like, you're gonna die if you don't tell me.
Yeah, and so then that's why she and she is a master assassin, and you can see why. I mean, like she totally like dispatches those guys with like no problem whatsoever. But yeah, so she arrives and like knocks them out. So like at least the ending's clean. Like it's very clean. Like there's not and then we get that cute scene where they're walking through the town and everyone's like giving tribute, and like Boba's kind of like, maybe we're not cut out for this. Like he kind of says that, and she's like, well, what else would we do or something like that, right? Or
I thought it was weird that like, why did you plan on like being the crime boss in that town, and like you took over that like everything, and then now all of a sudden, after all, like these are my people, and like you literally saying like, this is my city, these are my people, and then now that you're getting accolades for that, you're like, oh, maybe this is too much. Like, does he have imposter syndrome or what's happening?
I think he's been showing this like progression from like a straight up villain to now like someone with in a weird way. It's kind of cool that we do talk about Peacemaker along with Book of Boba Fett, because they both share in common that whole thing of like, this Peacemaker was a bad dude, and so was Boba Fett, and they were like ruthless killers. They didn't think twice. Like that was he made money he profited off of that. He also carried this like big chip on his shoulder because of his father, and they even mentioned that here. This guy Cad Bane's like, you're just like your father, or, you know, like whatever, this and that, and he in fact has a mean father figure. It's odd like how similar the two vibes are.
There's
because
a lot of parallels, yeah.
there's a lot of parallels.
Yeah.
Like I obviously don't think that's on purpose, but maybe there's like a message there about like society in general, you know, like our fathers, maybe that they need to do a better job, or I don't know, the sons can be more emotional. So like,
fathers, maybe lay off being a mechanized racist supervillain.
Yeah,
every once in a
exactly.
while.
Exactly. But you know, Cad Bane, that character who's like, you know, who kind of raised Boba Fett for a while, and taught him a few, bounty hunter things. He's a pretty bad, bad character. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was kidnapping kids for the Emperor, force sensitive children, and bringing them to the Emperor. And I think it's no mistake that Cad Bane's in the series. I wonder if not initially, but like, remember in season 1, all those guys were looking for Grogu because they had Grogu before. I wouldn't be surprised if Cad Bane brought Grogu to the Emperor or to the to the bad to the Empire in the first place, or like whatever. So they don't see each other, interestingly enough, but I'm sure that I feel like there's like something there.
Also, I think Joel is completely right.
Oh,
That
let's
whole
see here.
scene where they're walking through and they say, "I'm not cut out for this." I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
Oh, right on.
And that's why the two, like the townspeople and the city people, start to bond. Like they're all going to live together because they're,
Under Vance.
Yeah.
yeah. I think as soon as I read that, I was like, yeah.
So that was one of my like things that I wish had happened, was that I wanted to see more of Tatooine being liberated. Like, I guess I'm used to at the end of the battle, the fanfare, like the ships flying, people cheering. Like I don't get me wrong, I'm glad we didn't get that, but it tells me that we're not quite. What it's reminding me of is that we're not quite there. We won one battle in the war. We won Freetown, and we have Freetown, and now we have Mos Espa, but like there's still Mos Eisley, which is a wretched hive of scum and villainy, and there's like the whole other planet. So there's opportunities for the Book of Boba Fett to continue the story of Tatooine. So because I was a little upset that not upset, sorry, that's a bad way of putting it. I was one of my expectations, and again, I'm glad it didn't happen. But one of the things that I was suspecting would happen was that the Tuskens would come in at the end too, to to kind of like
a lot of characters.
But again, a lot of
but they did nod to that. There were more of them at some point, right? When he said they killed them.
Oh yeah, there's like many tribes, but he only his tribe was killed. But I would have it would have been interesting because years have gone by or whatever, and it would have been interesting if like the story had spread, so they all thought Boba Fett was a good guy, and when they found out like shit was going down in Mos Espa, you would have like all of a sudden, maybe the Pikes had like an enormous army, but then maybe like all the Tuskens come out of the desert, and you realize for the first time like how massive the Tusken Raiders are. There's way more of them than there are of these off-worlders. That
would have been really neat.
That would have been neat, but it can still happen, and it can still be rewarding, because if you don't think of it as like, maybe if there's going to be more Boba Fett seasons, like that's something we can certainly get to and stuff like that.
I wonder, do you think they're going to do that's a question to raise? Will there be more Boba Fett?
Yeah, I was wondering. I was going to ask you guys that same question.
I think there would be a spin-off if they think there's money in it. Obviously, this was discussed earlier, but I think the mod city now, like being like the sheriff being a mod, and then his like deputies, all the mods and everything. Like I feel like they could have their own thing.
I think if they do it, they lean heavily into like a Western, and that's what makes it cool. Is like
I know we only have a few more minutes with Kev Santo over here, but I just want to show this one image because I just love how happy Boba is. Like right there, he's just like, he's cleaned up his armor a little bit. He's just thrilled. He's just like happy, and I like this pair. I think they're good. Like, whatever their relationship is, it's just nice. Like it's like a good friendship, and I kind of like it a lot. She's like a character who also has been transforming from this like straight up villain to someone more complex, and I'm really enjoying that kind of thing and seeing them both like do good. And is that lady back there just like someone that they saw at a shop with sunglasses, and they were like, "Hey, do you want to be an extra?" And she's like, "Yeah, can I keep my sunglasses on?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's Tatooine."
It's a bit sunny out there.
Those are like Prada.
Those are
But to feed the haters who keep saying like the Book of Boba Fett is not about Boba Fett, it does end with the Mandalorian and Grogu flying off into the sunsets, into the double.
Well, they
suns,
have to set up season 3.
Yeah, season 3, I guess. But yeah, and then this was something that kind of like everyone when they saw his new ship and they saw the little bubble up there, everyone was just like, that's missing something really cute, right? And they did it.
Although I was really excited to have him get an R2 unit.
That would be cool too.
Well,
I want him to get a Razor Crest again. This ship's cool. It's fast. It's awesome. But like,
I love the ship.
Yeah,
I love the ship, but like, he's I don't know. He's got a lot of weaponry. Like he can't store anything in here. Like the
I
Razor
think
Crest stored like.
Oh, the Razor
shells
Crest
and-
was cool. I mean, it had
so. Like the Razor Crest was cool for a bounty hunter who was just collecting. excuse me. Allergies. Bounty hunter was just collecting bounties and like living his daily life, but now he's like his life is way more complicated. He's like a dad. He holds the key to the
But wouldn't
kingdom.
you need more of a minivan in that?
Yeah,
case?
yeah. I was,
Like,
I was
Wait,
about
no.
to bring up the same thing. Like
it had
I had a-
chambers, like
No,
where they
he
could
needs
sleep.
to. He needs to. Like, I feel like for at least maybe it'll change in season 3. Like, maybe he'll go back to he'll go
Yeah.
to a minivan or whatever.
Literally, this transition was
But-
him driving around a minivan as a single dude. He got a kid and then crashed it. And was like, I'm gonna get a Porsche. That's what happened.
That's what it
What he
is.
needs to upgrade to
It's a
is that
Porsche.
RV, the Winnebago from Spaceballs.
Oh yeah, there you go.
He does. Oh my god, that's delightful. That's really funny. But yeah, so we get the da 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 da, and then they
Yeah,
introduce the Boba Fett song with the word Boba Fett in it, and it's way awesome. And they haven't released that soundtrack yet. But what were you gonna say, Evan?
Oh, I was trying to remember the name of the Winnebago and totally
I forgot what it was
tangential.
called.
It was called the oh, it's gonna kill me. Someone in this chat. What is the
All I can think
Winnebago?
of is from Robot Chicken. What the hell is an aluminum Falcon?
What is the in Spaceballs? What is
The
it called?
Eagle
It's called
5. It's called the Eagle 5.
Oh,
Really? That was what it was called?
It's called that's what it says
that
on
was not satisfying. That's
Eagle
not true.
5 is the 1986 Winnebago Chieftain 33 that Lone Star and Barf travel in.
No,
So,
so
yeah.
make it funnier.
The Eagle 5. Anyways, another similarity between Peacemaker is that Baby Grogu and Eagly are sentient sidekicks.
Ah, with the big hug, yeah.
Oh my
that hug
God.
was so
That
good.
hug,
oh my
Oh,
gosh.
wait. Do we have time? What's happening?
Yeah,
It's not-
Kevin,
I've got
can you
like,
give us?
I've got like 5 minutes, but we need to talk about that scene.
Yeah, okay, go for it, Kevin. You let us know how you felt about it first. 'cause
That scene, I was.
I
It
cried.
was one of the most ridiculous scenes I've ever cried, full on cried at. When he's sitting over Eagly, and he's making that hilariously
That was such a
like
great.
that prayer that
Prayer.
somehow felt familiar to me. Like not like that I would say the same things in a prayer, but like where you sometimes you're just like you're at your wit's end and you're just somehow like you're just like what do I do? And you say the dumbest shit and like I don't know, for some reason it felt really real.
It felt a lot of Peacemaker feels really real.
Yeah.
But I was so impressed with the show, like the fact that just the way it went down with him and his dad, that was like really intense and deep. Michael Cena, or Cena, is it Cena? I think, right? Michael Cena. To me, I never knew he could act as well as he does. He's a really good actor.
Very, very good actor.
Michael?
No, it's John Cena.
John.
Oh, why can't I
didn't know who. I thought you were referencing John Cena's dad or something.
John Cena. That's Robert. I was gonna say Pattinson, but that's Robert.
I was like, wait, are they really
Patrick.
related?
Robert Patrick.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, John Cena. Thank you. Sorry, John Cena. I don't know why I was calling you Michael.
I don't know why I was calling him Michael Cena.
Michael Cena. Michael Sarah. I was thinking of Michael Sarah. Who's totally different looking.
Very similar.
Very different looking than John Cena. But no, I mean, just like I just had seen John Cena as like I hadn't seen him in a role like this before, and he's acting his heart out. And I
You
feel
would
like
think
he's-
he would have the same like maybe like The Rock has acting chops, but he's like one dimensional. Like John Cena is
Well,
It's crazy
I will
good.
legit
reference,
actor.
I will
Yeah.
reference The Rock in that what is it called? The movie that him and Mark Wahlberg ran together.
Pain and
John
Gain.
Cena. Rock was very funny, and then Big Daddy 2.
Rocket
John
can
Cena
be
was-
funny.
John Cena was very funny. Oh, but you're saying the acting chops. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I thought you were saying the
Yeah.
comedic chops.
Like Dwayne Johnson can't get those kinds of emotions out of me with his acting. Like, that John Cena has been able to do almost every episode, like where you're
Apparently, you're not smelling what The Rock is cooking. So,
Dang. Your rocks don't collect moss as they roll.
they do not.
No, I agree with you, John Cena. Yeah, who knew? Like, do you think HBO, like, do you think they were like, look, you're gonna have to act the shit out of this role, like, we're gonna dump a bunch of money? Do you think he had to go into like an intensive, like, as much as
He had it
to
in Suicide Squad. That scene where he kills what's his name, and that look on his face was so intense and so real.
Yeah, he did.
He just has it.
Yeah.
But here we're seeing it flexed like to the max. You know what I mean? Like he goes from one place to another so fluidly, like from one emotion to another, and like just from one state to another, and like, he goes from like rocking out to a metal song to like really deep like catharsis, and conveying it all with like his expressions and his emotions and like his performance. He's great. I am a huge fan of Michael Cena. I'm a huge fan of John Cena now, and he plays the piano. I didn't know he's like a gifted pianist. He plays the piano, and that was actually him playing in that scene. And
oh, really?
Yeah, that's it. He can play. He's a very surprising individual. From again, based on what I knew of him was, believe it or not, the other thing I'd seen him in was the Fred movie. Do you guys know Fred? YouTube? Yeah,
he played his dad.
He played his dad, and it's like that's
Fred the kid.
Remember YouTube. Fred the YouTuber? What's his name? Lucas Cruikshank.
The movies. Yeah,
John Cena plays his dad.
And it's great. He like wrestles. Yeah. He like tosses him like he's a wrestler, and it like he was. And that's the other thing. It's like hilarious. I can't think of another wrestler. Yeah, I can't think of another wrestler who. There's other wrestlers that have gone into acting, like Hulk Hogan was
Randy
an actor.
Batista.
Right? Who?
Batista.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's also, and he's good too. Actually.
He is. He really surprised me in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, actually,
he's
great
right. In Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah.
Dude, these wrestlers, Roddy Piper. It's true. Actually, he was good in something I can't remember, but he gave a rocking performance. What was it in?
They Live.
They Live. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boxing Helena. Was he in Boxing Helena?
Oh, yeah, was he in Boxing Helena?
I feel like he was in one. No, I'm mixing.
No, you're thinking of Julian Sands.
Well, no, I'm not thinking he was the star of Boxing Helena. There's a movie similar to Boxing Helena that he had a cameo in.
What's similar to Boxing Helena?
Frogtown. Hell Comes to Frogtown. He was in.
That movie's insane.
What other was Macho Man in anything?
Slim Jim commercials.
No Holds Bar.
Oh yeah, that's right. What about who's the
Ventura.
Jesse Ventura. Yeah. What was he in?
Predator.
Oh yeah, he's
Running
great.
Man.
Okay, you know what? Wrestlers have a good track record of.
Yeah, he's great in Running Man.
I guess because you're acting. You're acting in wrestling. Like wrestling's all a performance, right? And you have to make it look like
Rocky
real.
3 or whatever. Rocky
What's
4.
that?
Hulk was in Rocky.
Yeah, Lips. Thunder
Sweet Lips. Thunder Lips. Yeah.
Sweet Lips.
Well, next week, so we have no more Book of Boba Fett episodes to discuss, but if you guys want, next week or the week after, we'll come back together and talk about the finale of Peacemaker, because it's going to happen.
Randy Savage's Spider-Man. What was he? He was a Razor something or
Thunder Lips.
Wow, good.
Right.
No,
Jude.
Good job, Jude. Yeah, he was Randy. He was Hacksaw or something. No.
Oh, cool. I don't know. I don't remember what he was.
Bonesaw. Bonesaw. Like, yeah, he was Bonesaw.
By the way, Jude, thank you so much. I haven't had a chance to go and like respond, but Jude corrected or reminded Jude. It's been 20 years since I read, I think, the Silmarillion, and maybe about the same, maybe 15 years since I read Lord of the Rings. So I totally forgot that. But when you reminded me, I was like, oh yeah, duh. So just as a correction, the Dark Lord Sauron was a Maiar, just like Gandalf. And the first corrupted elves were the orcs. The Uruk-hai were the next generation of that. So that's awesome. And if you don't know what we're talking about, what I'm referencing, it's the new Lord of the Rings series that's coming out. And it's gonna be amazing. So yeah. And we'll be talking about that on Starfleet Boy After Dark too. Oh, cool! You're on a Starfleet Boy After Dark binge. I like that. Thank you. Please binge us. Anything else to say, guys, about Peacemaker? Peacemaker. Me.
Peacemaker,
are
Peacemaker
we
or
returning
Peacemaker
for the,
or Boba Fett?
Can we return for the finale of Peacemaker?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are you-
we need to.
I know it's only a small portion of this mini series that we have going on, but I think it deserves its own episode for the finale.
It's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be so
Yeah.
good. I agree. All right, cool.
I don't know how you top the last episode.
It's because we didn't even talk about it, but the fucking cow was genius. Like it's just like the cow was so great. Like with the buck tooth,
was
with
it
the little
hovering?
tooth, the little snaggle tooth or whatever. Like it's so good. What?
Was it hovering or was it? Like...
I think it was being held up so that they could milk it like constantly. Like, did you see they were like,
Yeah.
So it was like hoisted up somehow and like tied to the roof of the cave. And,
Like an
then
Invader
Which is a
Zim
good
character.
which is a good. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it
true.
did look like an Invader Zim character. It was like a Roman Dirge or Johnny Vasquez.
Definitely.
Like
I love Invader Zim. I forgot about that. Oh my gosh, is Invader Zim anywhere? Can you watch that?
I have a.
It's on Hulu, isn't it?
Oh, maybe. Okay,
It
I'll
was.
check
I
it
don't
out.
know if they still.
What do you have, Evan?
A Yonan
tattoo?
Vasquez tattoo from Yonan Vasquez.
Oh wow, look at that. That's so cool. That's beautiful.
That's not from. It's from. It predates Invader Zim. It's from I Feel Sick. No, it's from Squee.
Squee. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Right
from.
on.
Squee.
But it's that very distinct style though.
Yeah.
And that's cool. Very, very cool.
I think Kevin talked me into getting that tattoo actually.
Well, it holds up today. It still looks cool. So good
No,
job. That was a good recommend ship. When are we doing recommend ship again?
Yeah, when are we doing recommend ship? That's the question.
I'm happy to
we should do it on this.
I'm happy to host recommend ship on Starfleet Boy After Dark. and
Oh,
then
that'd be cool.
just send you
We
the
should
audio.
start doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right, deal done. Guys, look out for recommend ship coming soon.
We should start doing that.
It's your turn again, Sohail, because
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Is it? Is it my
just,
turn
just
again?
pick a new one. Yeah.
Audience, whoever's still here, I have to pick a movie that Kevin, Evan, and Katie, who's not here right now, have not seen, but that I have. Last time I picked Akira Kurosawa's Dreams, we had a brilliant discussion.
really-
But
I'm
it was
sorry.
no,
It
it was
was
just
so
it was a
good.
fun hangout Zoom call. It ended up being a fun hangout Zoom call, so that was cool too. But you guys won't be able to hear about it. But we're gonna do it again. So I was thinking of going the Fellini route, right? Because you guys had
That was your original choice.
yeah, so you guys hadn't seen Amarcord and you still haven't, right?
Nope.
Yeah, I think that's the one. So unless the audience wants to suggest a couple movies, if you'll come back for recommendship, but I think for now Amarcord, and then my other thing, let me see, I was going to mention, have you guys all seen A Room with a View?
No.
Evan?
Who?
It's a Merchant Ivory film, and it stars Helena Bonham Carter, Julian Sands, who I mentioned earlier.
Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper's in it.
No.
That one might be a
So-
sleepy movie though. That one might put y'all to sleep.
I don't know. We said I assumed that same thing about Rat Catcher, which I referenced earlier, and nobody got when.
Yes,
he was talking
I
about the
actually I
Rat Catcher
meant
Droid.
I got it late and then it was too late because we had moved on. But now I just want to tell you I got that. And then, I guess ask Katie if she's seen it. Joel's saying The Return of Captain Invincible. I haven't seen that. It has to be something.
Oh,
I've
that
seen.
movie. That movie.
Oh, cool. That
looks
could be yours.
sad,
knows?
right? I haven't seen it.
Oh,
But, wait, I'm thinking. No, I'm thinking of that different movie. Never mind.
Have you guys seen? I like that we're planning.
Yeah, wait.
for-
I think your announcement should be during the Peacemaker.
Okay, yeah,
episode.
we'll
And then
decide by
anybody
then.
who's watching can prepare and watch the movie also
Yeah,
with
that's
us,
true.
because it's easier to announce something here than
On
like
a
when we were doing it
podcast.
on the podcast.
Right on.
So it'll
Cool.
be cool.
I love that we
It'll be
just became a cross-platform podcast.
Is that
event.
okay
This
with
is
you?
awesome.
Are you?
Oh no, it's 100% okay with me. Like
You should
I
just
would've-
become Starfleet Boy Industries, and then just it houses all sorts of
Starfleet
shows.
Boy After Dark. I created it so that I could keep Starfleet, what I call Starfleet Boy Actual, as just purely Star Trek, and then Starfleet Boy After Dark just can encompass all my other interests. And so there's going to be even weirder stuff. I was thinking of later on tonight. I have some time to kill, so I was going to go online and draw because I draw some drawings and see whoever wants to hang out. I might still do that. I might not, and drink beer. Yeah. You want to hang out? We could draw together. We could draw and just chat and
I'm
chat
not a
and
good
draw.
artist, but I'll do that. Kevin's a really great artist. I
We
still
can
have some of
sing.
his art.
Oh, we could all draw.
I unfortunately am watching Venom tonight with a friend.
okay. Nice. Well,
I've
The
never
first
seen
one?
it.
I've never seen it
seen
either.
it. Never wanted to, but he really wants to, and I told him.
I watched Return of or what is it called? All Out.
Let There Be Carnage.
Let There Be. I watched that on a plane, and I enjoyed it because it was like literally. I don't think I would have enjoyed it on Flatland, but on a plane, I was like, yeah, this is fucking sucky. This is sucks, and I love it.
I watched Snake Eyes on the plane coming home from Florida, and I thought for a plane movie, this should be fun. It's got all these, martial arts actors in it that I like, and it still was such a stinker. That movie was absolutely
Snake
terrible.
Eyes, the
G.I. Joe Origins.
It was bad.
It sucked.
I haven't seen that either.
No,
The fighting was terrible. Every one of those martial artists showed up for the paycheck. That's it.
Oh wow.
It was awful.
Blue, our friend from Drunk Space 9 and Textrek, right? Blue used to write to us. Yes,
Yeah.
he used to write to us. I
Yeah,
was drunk. Sorry, Blue. But Blue says The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. I've seen that movie and I love it.
I have not.
I'm surprised that you know that movie, Blue. You're really young.
the original or the.
There's another one? No,
There's
I'm
a
talking
remake.
about there's a remake of The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
What? Who's in the remake?
John Travolta. I'm not kidding.
No. When is the remake made?
Or no,
2009.
not John Travolta.
What?
Not John Travolta.
It was John Travolta, I thought.
Was it?
No,
Who's in it,
it's
Noel?
Denzel
Denzel
Washington. I have to watch this tonight. Are you kidding me?
Ah, jeez.
And it's
The
Tony's-
train is going too fast.
It's Tony Scott. Wait, so have you guys seen the Tony
it's
Scott
Tony.
one? Yeah, it's a Tony Scott movie. So wait, have you seen that Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3? Have you guys seen it?
No, I've never seen it.
So you haven't seen the new one.
Or the old one.
And ask Katie if she hasn't seen it, that's my
She hasn't
movie.
seen it.
It's weird.
But I want to do
being a
I want to
Denzel
do
movie.
this. I don't know if you guys are willing, but I want to do. We watch them both, like watch the old one and the
that'd be
new one.
cool. Yeah.
That would be the.
You know what's fun is a long time ago when Kevin and I first talked about doing podcasts, we were going to do a strictly reboot where we would watch the original, and it was supposed to be called "Reboots Are Made for Watching,"
Oh, I love
which
that.
I feel like is a great play on words.
It's just because we wanted to talk about
So
Judge
so this next
Yeah.
recommend ship will be a test pilot for these reboots were made for
Reboots are
watching.
made for watching.
We're watching. Okay, so that's good. I like.
Reboots are made for watching.
That's just what they'll do.
We may get to,
Well,
we
I
may
had
get
a
to do our
theme
Judge Dredd. If that's the
One
case.
of these days.
We did record. So we did record an episode of it, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, we code.
We
record.
recorded it. I'm so
Someone hit
excited right now.
We did have a theme song too.
Oh man, this is
It was reboots are made for watching, and that's what. That's
Evan.
just
You have
what
2
we'll
weeks
do.
to find it so we could play it on the
Well,
on
I
our.
know we didn't record it, but
Oh,
the
okay,
lyrics
okay.
the lyrics were reboots are made for watching. That's just what we'll do. If we sing any more of the song, we're bound to just get sued.
All right, I think this is gonna be awesome. So find out if Katie's seen it, then we're gonna have to pick another movie. But find out if Katie's seen it. And so tentatively, audience, it's The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. Good recommend ship.
Yeah,
Blue.
Blue is
involved in
royalty.
recommendship. That's good.
Yeah.
Also, I'm looking forward to hearing the theme song to Recommendship again. I haven't
Yeah.
heard it in a long time.
Yeah, these little cuties over
Oh,
here.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that song. Do you guys have? We've been promoting everything, but do you guys have anything to promote or say to the audience before we sign off for the evening?
We're working on some scripts. We're hopefully gonna record. I've been watching. I think we've been watching Star Trek like crazy. So lately, we're.
Are you all caught up with Discovery and stuff? Like,
No,
No, he's talking Deep Space Nine.
Oh,
Deep
gotcha.
Space Nine.
Nice.
I'm obsessed with season 5 of Deep Space Nine right now. I want to we've re-kinked, like we've, what am I trying to find? Found the groove for what we want to do with
Trunk Space Nine.
Drug Space Nine. So
Yes, right on.
So we're gonna, do that.
Awesome. All right, cool. So check it out. Audiences, go subscribe to Drunk Space Nine on wherever you find podcasts. And also, is Asking Linda still something people should subscribe to?
Yeah, all those episodes are great. They can
Okay,
listen to all
good.
the
So
old
go
ones.
subscribe to Asking Linda.
You're not getting anything new, but
They actually are great. I mean, hey, you know what?
I don't think they're active.
There's
on
there's
I-
podcasts that are limited series now. Did you know that? Like all that's a totally podcasting has become like TV, but without pictures. Like it's totally, you can totally do whatever you want. So
It's Linda series.
the Linda series. It's the limited Linden
Linda series.
Linden 10 series.
look, guys, I gotta go.
Okay, I know. Okay. So all right, bye.
Are
And
you
guys?
going to his house?
You guys know how.
I'm just trying to get out of this conversation.
You guys know how to do. You guys know how to do all the Starfleet Boy stuff. So go check us out on Starfleet Boy Actual, Starfleet Boy After Dark. Anyways, we're gonna go.
All right.
Bye, guys. Live.